Are you tired of massive API builds when your AI reads huge code bases? Headroom tool has just released and it intercepts all of your prompts and compresses everything from tool calls, logs, and files before it reaches the LLM. And today, using this tool, I'm going to be building my Headroom multi-agent swarm, where I'll use a new tool to compress the context between the different local Olama models. Hello everyone and welcome back to Build with AI series, where I cover local and free AI tools and build practical AI projects on consumer hardware. Now first, let's look at the basics of how this tool works. AI agents are incredible, but they are hungry for data. Whenever you give them tool calls, large files, or full conversation histories, their context window grows exponentially and they consume massive amount of tokens, which consumes you real money. This is where the Headroom tool steps in. It acts like a smart filter that compresses everything that the AI will get as an input before that reaches into the language model, reducing the total token count by over 60 to 95%. And the best part is that you do not need to sacrifice the quality of your output. The AI will give you the same exact high quality answers, but you only pay for the fraction of the tokens. And everything about this tool is local first, so it runs on your own machine, meaning your raw uncompressed data stays with you forever and never get exposed to some external cloud APIs. One of the easiest way to use this tool is using Headroom Proxy, where you do not even have to change a single line of your application's code. You just need to route your API calls through this local port. And if you are building some custom Python or TypeScript kind of code, you can simply pull this tool like a library. Just wrap all of your messages inside this compressed module and the tool will handle all the heavy lifting inline. For those of you who are using terminal-based AI coding agents like Cloud Code, Codex, or Cursor, there is a simple wrap command that you need to run it once and it will instantly upgrade your agent to use compressed memory. It even supports the MCP server, which is required for adding external tools in your AI agents, so any MCP compatible client can use the Headroom tool to compress and retrieve data on the fly. Now here is one feature that blew my mind, which is cross-agent memory. This feature enables this tool to make a shared memory across the cloud, Codex, Gemini, or any other AI agent, and the tool can actually share the context across the different AI agents without sending them the duplicated tokens. So you don't have to change the context anymore if you want to switch between the different AI agents. Now we all know that AI agents sometimes fail, but this tool has a learn feature which actively monitors all the failed sessions and automatically write the correction codes to your agent's project files. Now you might wonder, what if the AI agent requires the original text? To aid you, this Headroom tool uses this reversible compression, which means the originals are never deleted and the LLMs can retrieve them whenever they are needed. So how does this tool actually shrinks the text? The first step is the content router, where it will look at the incoming data and figure out whether it is looking at a code, text, or formatted data. If it sees some JSON data like some massive API response, it sends it to the Smart Crusher. This Smart Crusher tool is specifically designed to shrink nested objects and data into a single tiny memory footprint. Then if you are feeding it some Python, C++, or JavaScript code, it will use a code compressor, which will actually understand what the code is doing and safely stripping out the unnecessary part that the AI doesn't need. And finally, for regular human text and documents, it uses a custom AI model that is there on Hugging Face, which is called Compress Base, which was specifically trained to summarize text perfectly for other AI agents to read. Now API providers like Claude or ChatGPT offer discounts if your new prompts are matching some previously cached prompts. This Headroom tool has a cache aligner which will stabilize all those prefixes, so you actually hit those discounts more often. Now let's look at the actual proof of this tool. When developers ran a massive code search on some 100 results, the Headroom tool shrunk the overall token uses from 17,000 to just 1,400, saving up to 92% on the token cost. In another test for debugging the server instances, it took a massive 65,000 token file and just crushed it down to some 5,000 tokens, again saving 92%, which is a big cost saving for a single query. Now you might think that the shrinking the data can make the AI dumber, but the accuracy benchmark results are actually proving otherwise. In the truthful factual test, the compressed prompt from the Headroom tool actually scored higher than the baseline performance, proving that sending some compressed prompt actually improves the performance of your AI agents. Even on complex reading comprehension tests like Squad V2, the AI retained a 97% accuracy while using nearly a fifth less token that was used earlier. If you look at the compatibility metrics of this tool, it plays nicely with almost all the AI agents that are available right now. Whether you're using Cloud Code, Codex, Ada, it slides right into your workflow with minimum code setup. And this tool is perfect if you are using some AI coding agents daily, and it is especially powerful when you are bouncing between the different multiple agents and want them all to share the same memory bank. However, there are a few times when you want to skip it, like if you are working in a lockdown server environment where you cannot run local background processes, this tool won't be a good fit in that case. Now how do we actually install this in our projects? You just need to use pip install Headroom AI in Python code, and all the modules for the Headroom AI will be installed in your system directly. And if you are in some other environments, you can use these kind of queries as well. For my project, I'm going to be using Google Antigravity and Python, so if you don't have it installed, just go to antigravity.google/download and download the installer according to your platform. Then for running my local Olama models for my AI agents, I'm going to be using Olama. You can go to olama.com/download and download the installer according to your platform. Now I'm going to be building a swarm of AI agent, which just means a team of AI agents. My first agent would be minicpm-5 1B, which is a recently released tiny model from the openbmb team, and I will combine it with the Granite 4.1 model from IBM minicpm family, which is great at instruction following and giving faster responses with just 3 billion of parameter size. Now once you have Google Anti-Gravity installed, you just need to go to the file menu and open any folder in your system that will work as your project directory. Next, I'll be putting all these code files and the readme file in the GitHub link in the description and pinned comments, so you can directly copy them in your local working directory and get the project started. So for the technical step, I'm going to be using Python for my core programming language. The context and memory layer will be handled by the Headroom AI. For my local AI inferencing engine, I'm going to be using Ollama, and there will be two different agents. One is the executor agent using the MiniCPM5 model, and second would be the reviewer agent from the Granite 4.1 3B model. Then for the setup, first you need to install and launch the Ollama software from the official website that I've just shown, and you need to pull both the models using these simple queries. So just copy these queries, open the anti-gravity terminal and paste them here. Now once these models are installed, you need to install all the requirement libraries which I've listed in this requirements.txt. First is the Headroom AI, and second is the request library to send all the AI requests to the local URL. Now to install all the required libraries, we just need this simple command. So again, copy it and paste it in the terminal. Now while the libraries are installing, I'll go over the Python code. First I'll be installing all the required libraries, then I will use this call Ollama function to send the request to our local Ollama models. The local URL for sending those requests is this localhost API chat URL. Now I'll select the model basis the argument that is called from this function call. The prompt will be passed on this messages parameter, and as I don't want the live stream of the outputs, I will just put the stream as false. Now using the request library, you can post your request to the local URL using the payload that we have just defined. And once we get the response, we can extract the raw text using this message and content parameters. In case if we get any error, we'll just say that error communicating with this local Ollama service. Please ensure the Ollama is running. If it is not running, you just need to pass this Ollama serve command, and you need to ensure that both the models are pulled correctly. Then in the main function, I'm going to start the agent swarm. The first prompt would be to build a high throughput transaction handler with data processing using Python. So I'm giving it some tasks to build a transaction handler using some Python code, and the first agent will generate a highly detailed technical architecture plan for that project. Now I'm going to use the call Ollama function that we have just built here and pass on my first model, which is minicpm5, and we'll pass on the prompt that I have just built above. Now once I receive the output from the executor, I'll just say that the executor output has received, and before passing on this output to the second agent, I'm going to compress it using the Headroom tool. So I'm just going to use the Headroom compressor with the strategy as smart pressure, then compress my raw output given by the first agent using this compressor.compress, and extract the raw text from this compressed output using .text command. Now I'll check the length of the raw words, then the compressed words, and how much tokens were used in those words by just pressing, then how much raw tokens were used, and I'll just multiply by this 1.3 factor because one word approximately takes some 1.3 tokens. Then my overall token saving would be the difference between this raw token and the compressed tokens, and the percentage saving would be the saving by the raw tokens times 100. And I'm going to print this is the original context, this is a compressed context, and this was the percentage saving in this context compression. Then in the next phase, I'm going to be passing on this compressed context to the second agent. The prompt for that agent would be to review the following compressed architecture plan for bugs and security flaws. And then I'm going to pass that compressed output as variable here and call the Ollama function using the Granite 4.13b model and the review prompt. Now once I receive the reviewer prompt, I'm going to be opening this output.md file, and I'm going to write all these titles, subtitles, raw outputs, compressed outputs, review outputs, and how much saving was done using the overall process. Once the report is saved, I'll just say that the report has successfully saved this output.md and the swarm process has finished. And once you call the Python file, this main function will be directly called. Now to run this code, you just need to open the terminal and just run this command, which is python agent swarm.py. And once the execution is finished, you will see this output.md file report. Here I'm seeing the phase 1 from the raw executor output from minicpm5 model. It has given the complete plan with the API reference, dependency management, some unit tests that needs to be done, and the test coverage report. And it is saying that we can implement a high throughput transaction handler with data processing using Python with a scalable and maintainable system that meet our project requirements. So as you can see, this plan has higher uses of tokens. So the phase 2 would be to compress this context into this simple paragraph with the smart pressure tool. So you can see it has compressed all this long paragraph into some 3-4 lines, and it has shortened all those points in some simple sentences. And once we get the phase 2, we'll pass on that to the phase 3, where Granite model has given some sample code structure, what are the different dependencies, how much would be the test coverage from the project report, some issues that it has identified, and some recommendation. Finally, it has given some technical documentation as well, and we can see that the metrics that we have saved was around 68% because the raw tokens were 193 while the compressed tokens were just 62. So in total, we have saved 67% of the tokens when the raw output was passed from one agent to another. This was just a simple demo of some simple tasks, but in your complex project, you can imagine how much of the 67% token saving will affect your final cost usage. You can also implement this kind of tool in some different use cases. Like the first use case I have done where I built some local agent pipeline and reduce the context overhead for the next agent's processing. Then you can also collapse some long rag documents that you have. Let's say if you have some company policy documents that you want to process using the AI agents, you can pass all of those documents to the summarization tool and then pass on the compressed output to the reviewer model. And let's say if you're pushing some new code to the GitHub, you can do the code review by compressing the large source files or multi-file differences before you pass on those differences to the reviewer agents. Then we can save our CPU GPU compute cycles if you are running some AI agents locally for your project, because this tool will drop all the necessary context tokens. And if you are passing on some multi-turn chat history for your AI agents, you can use this tool to prevent the context window saturation, where these long chat histories can sometimes exceed the context window limit of your models. Then on top of this project, you can also add some more features, like you can automatically detect the content types like JSON code and logs that I discussed earlier and dynamically route them to the different compressors. Then we can use the cross-agent memory feature of the Headroom tool and allow a reviewer model if it needs some on-demand details about the raw text that was given from the first agent. Then you can also run some multiple reviewer sub-agents simultaneously by passing on some compressed subtasks to each of them. Then you can also add some modules which can check the token cost estimator, where over multiple runs you can save a final report about the best strategy which will reduce your token usage and select the best one which costs you the least API costs. Then we can also add some web interface visualizer which can show the real-time token compression and how much time your overall pipeline is taking due to this additional compression stage. So that is Headroom tool, the ultimate local compression layer that makes your AI agent significantly faster and cheaper to run. All the code files and the README file with the step-by-step instruction on how to set up the project will be in the GitHub link in the description and pinned comments, so you can grab them and get started easily. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to build some more local AI projects, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates and workflows.